I found Jesus in a cornfield in King George. I was drinking and driving. I mean, I was probably doing about 55 miles an hour, head first into a tree, and then got out on foot and ran into a cornfield. I mean, I was just at my breaking point, around in circles in that cornfield. So I couldn't take it anymore. I knew that God loved me more than this. At that moment, I wanted to know why I had gotten where I was, and I wanted things to be different. I grew up in a Christian home. My parents were always very diligent about me going to church. My dad has MS, which is multiple sclerosis. Just not a normal situation as far as mom, dad, kids kind of thing. I learned early on that I could push the boundaries a lot. Got to a point for me as a kid where I did what I wanted to. I was an angry kid. I mean, I would, overreact. It was like someone flipped a switch on, like I just didn't care. Drugs, alcohol, pornography, you name it, I had very early exposure to. And those are things that I've battled ever since then, and I battle to this day. Living with someone that I'm not married to, drinking, just partying, inevitably ended the relationship that I was in. The mess that everything had turned into. Just wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't making any traction. I wasn't headed in any particular direction. Those daily activities where I'm just beating myself up, I didn't have the support, to know that God loved me just the same in all those moments. I've always saw myself as someone who was gonna do great things. And at that moment in time, I was doing nothing great. And I wanted things to be different for my life. I wanted more because I had hit rock bottom, because of the things that I had been through. God chose to do something in that. Throwing my hands up and staring up at the sky. Complete surrender. Just taking that one step. It's a battle that's not meant to be fought on your own. And I tried entirely too long to do that. For me, that step was to go see someone that I knew, which was the only person in the church that I knew, so I just went and hung out with him. That led to me eventually getting involved in the kids ministry, which he was in at that time, then led to me, because I was already serving, led me to going to Guatemala, led me to a small group session, which led me to meeting my fiance, led me to where I am right now. Jesus sees me as a winner. Jesus sees me as his son. Jesus sees me as victorious. Jesus sees me as more than I'll probably ever be able to see myself as. The more I reach out to that, the more I yearn for that, the more I strive to embrace that, the farther away I've gotten from what I tried to run away from for so long. Or the biggest thing that I broke free from was my perspective.